Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're here with another discussion video or rant video. I don't know what you want to call these, but today's topic we're going to be talking about are the ridiculously long queue times in Dead by Daylight. This is something that you might have realized if you play the game at certain ranks. Ever since a few patches ago, the matchmaking has been quite terrible as far as queue times. If you're a low rank killer, if you're anywhere from like a rank 20 killer to I don't really know how high it goes up, but anywhere from like a rank 20 killer up to like about like maybe a rank 12. I don't know because I don't play at those low ranks, but I know people that do, and I've seen them. My wife has tried playing the game. She's tried to get into it as a new player, and she just can't because of how bad the queue times are. Like, literally, I'm not even exaggerating. People are seeing queue times of up to, like, 45 minutes. I'm not even joking. It's not always 45 minutes. Sometimes it's more like, 10 minutes. But still, like, 10 minutes being on the lower end is not good at all. And on the flip side of this, it's the same thing with high-rank Survivor. So, like red rank Survivor also has really bad queue times. That's where I suffer from this. Like, I play the game like pretty much exclusively at red ranks on both sides, and it's pretty much impossible to get games of Survivor unless you're willing to wait 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes in between every game. And then you also have to deal with the fact that sometimes games don't even start because someone will lag out during the loading screen, so then you got to get back into the queue again to wait even longer. And man, it's just been brutal. So anyway, why is this happening? Like, what is causing this? Well, I think I know. I think I know what is causing this, and I don't think a lot of other people are realizing it, which is really interesting. So I kind of wanted to make a video talking about it and, kind of shedding some light on it. So this isn't confirmed or anything because I'm not a dev. I can't see back-end stats or anything, but I'm going to explain this, how it makes sense to me, and how I've seen things change over the past 6 months or so. So these are the patch notes for hotfix 3.2.1. This was the hotfix that came out pretty much right after the Demogorgon came out, right after the Stranger Things DLC. This was the hotfix right after. So as the time of making this video, it was about 3 months before. Now, nothing really matters on this except for this one line right here. Adjusted the matchmaking logic so that Survive with Friends groups are matched using the highest rank of all players in the group instead of the average. The 3.20 patch introduced an issue that caused Survive with Friends groups matchmaking to be skewed against rank 20s, which is also fixed in this change. Now, I think the last half of that is an absolutely good change. There was, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a small period of time where rank 20 killers would be going up against like a bunch of rank 1 Survive with Friends, and it was a disaster. But the rest of that change is really bad. So here, for the sake of explaining this a little bit further, like, let me give an example. So say that there's a Survive with Friends group where there's one person that's rank 2, one person that's rank 10, one person's rank 15, and another person's rank 15 as well. That group now would be going up against a rank 2 killer, whereas before it would go off the average of them all, which would be somewhere around rank 10 or rank 11 or so. And keep in mind, this is all cases as well. Not even like a full 4-man Survive with Friends. Even if somebody that's like has some experience and is like rank 5 is playing with someone that's new to the game that they're trying to teach, who's like rank 20, that rank 20 is now in the rank 5 matchmaking pool. They're essentially a rank 5 survivor, even though they're rank 20. So you see what the effect this has is what this does is, since so many people play Survivor with at least one friend, I don't know like the exact numbers here, but I'd be willing to bet that a lot of people that play Survivor play it because they can play it with their friends. And what's happening is every single time you play with your friends, it's slowly bringing all the survivors up in rank and basically pushing everyone into the higher rank matchmaking. And what that does is it really messes with the populations of the ranks. Now, instead of there being a good number of survivors at low ranks and a good number of survivors at high ranks, now there's an insane number of survivors that are being match-made at high ranks. And meanwhile, the low ranks have even less players to choose from. So that's why the queue times are the way they are. If you notice, Survivor queue times at high rank are bad. The reason why is because of this new change. There's so many survivors in the pool of matchmaking at high level play because of the Survivor with Friends change, that if you're just solo queuing as a rank 1 survivor, the killers are already getting all these other survivors. Like, you have to wait until every other survivor has found a match and then you get one. And then it's the same thing for the killers at low rank play. The killers at low rank play need to find 4 survivors that are in the low rank matchmaking pool, but there just aren't that many. Like, there's just not enough to get you a fast queue. It takes so long to find 4 survivors in that pool of people because so many low rank survivors are actually playing at higher rank matchmaking because of this change. I am fairly sure that this is correct. Like, this makes a ton of sense in my head because literally the exact things that are wrong with matchmaking, the exact sides are high rank survivor and low rank killer. And this change very clearly does what I just said. So this isn't like a confirmed thing. The devs haven't like said that this is really a thing. I don't have access to like back end stats or anything, but just thinking about it logically, this makes a ton of sense. I personally would love to see this change get reverted. I honestly don't think there's anything wrong balance-wise with Survive with Friends being match made with their average level. I mean, if you even wanted to make the matchmaking at least like a little bit higher, like a little bit higher than average, like say that example I gave earlier where like it averaged out to like a rank 10 or 11, if you even wanted to make that like a rank 8 instead matchmaking, that would also be okay. But like that group playing against a rank 2 is not, it's not okay. It's not right. It's not good balance-wise. The killer is just going to annihilate that group like no problem. I personally don't see an issue with a rank 10 killer going up against like 2 red rank survivors and 2 brand spanking new survivors that have no idea what they're doing. I don't think the killer would struggle in that instance. He would get free map pressure from the new players. As long as he just didn't chase the experienced players, he'd be totally fine. I don't really think it's a problem balance-wise, and it would solve so much for quality of life matchmaking. It would make it so that you're actually able to get games. I cannot express enough how bad of a thing it is that queue times are bad. If somebody's new to the game and they're trying to play killer, they literally can't do it. If I was like brand new to any video game and I had to sit through a 10-minute queue, 10, 20, 30-minute queue just to play the game, I would literally just not play that game. I would 100% just leave and go find another game, which is very unfortunate, and that's not something I want to happen to Dead by Daylight. I care about this game a lot, and I don't want it to die out. I want new players to have a good experience, and I really think this change needs to come like sooner rather than later. And while we're on this topic of matchmaking and potential problems with bad queue times and the like, I think there is something else that I want to talk about. It's not something that is a problem yet, but it's something that I could definitely see being an issue. And I definitely want to just talk about it right now to see if you guys agree. And I don't know, like maybe people can become aware of it. I don't know if it'll be able to stop it or not, but maybe if people become aware of it, it'll maybe help in some way. But in some of the most recent patch notes, this is patch notes 3.4.0, by the way. This is the Cursed Legacy. This is when they released the Oni very recently from this video. There is a section in the balance that shows rank reset, where rank reset will now reset players back 1 rank reset color. So people who end in the red ranks will reset to the top of purple, the purple ranks will reset to the top of green, and green ranks will reset to the top of yellow, and you know, so on and so forth. So if you're like a rank 3 survivor, you will reset to rank 5. If you're a rank 4 survivor, you'll go to rank 5. You could only reset a maximum of like 4 ranks total. Like that's the highest reset you can get. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't even see an issue with this at first either until someone in my Twitch chat, Love Fajito, shout out to you, by the way, thank you for this, hit me with something that made me think, and my God, I think they're absolutely correct, because what's going to end up happening is because you don't reset that far, you can only reset a maximum of 4 ranks. After maybe like 4 or 5 months of this being active in the game, everybody in the game is going to be red ranks. Okay, maybe not everybody. That's a little bit of an exaggeration. But still, I think way too many people. Basically, the way the rank system works is like this. The fact that the safety pip exists makes it really easy to maintain your rank and not lose your rank. And hypothetically, if rank reset didn't exist at all you have to do is rank up and safety pip more than you D-rank. Like all you have to do is like if over 50% of your games are you like ranking up or safety pipping, and as long as less than 50% are you D-ranking, then you're going to eventually get rank 1. Like given enough time, you will eventually get rank 1 as long as you're not D-pipping over half your games, which I'm willing to bet that most people don't. Unless you're like brand new to the game, anybody with a little bit of experience in this game is probably not D-pipping over half their games. It probably happens every once in a while, maybe. And then a lot of the times, even when you have a rough game, you get a safety pip, which means you don't lose any rank at all, which keeps you in your rank. So as long as you're getting safety pips or pipping up a decent chunk of the time, you're eventually going to rank up. Now, obviously, this change isn't completely eliminating the rank system, but it's pretty damn close. You only resetting maybe like 2 or 3 ranks every month is almost essentially not having a rank reset at all. That's barely anywhere. So given enough time, if people just keep playing over like a course of like 3 or 4 months, the people that struggled to get rank 1 before because they didn't have enough time in the month to play or whatever was keeping them from getting rank 1, they're all going to get rank 1 now, and the rank 1 population is going to be insane. Like, there's going to be so many people playing at rank 1, which sure, rank 1 queue times might be great, but that's going to make the new player experience even worse once again. As a new player, you're basically only going to play against other new players and maybe people that make like Smurf accounts, which is not really good. The queue times for both sides will probably be really, really bad. And I definitely see this being an issue. Now, obviously, this is not quite an issue yet, so like I'm not really saying like, hey, everyone freak out about this and, you know, throw a big fuss. But honestly, this is definitely something to keep an eye on, and I could definitely see this being a problem. So if queues end up getting worse and worse and worse for the lower ranks, keep in mind this might be causing it. And I think that's about it for this video. I think that's all I wanted to cover. This wasn't really like a big, huge video, but I definitely wanted to cover some things that I feel like people haven't really realized are problems, and I really wanted to like try to open up as many people as I could to the idea that these might be problems. I think a lot of people are complaining about things that necessarily might not be issues, and I think that people need to focus their energy on things that are issues to try to make the game as good as it could be. Like, we can argue about balance and stuff all we want, but, like, if new players can't even play the video game, then we're not even going to have a video game to play. We won't even have a player base to play. The game will just die. And I don't want that. I don't think anyone here wants that either. I think we all want DBD to be a game that we can play. So this stuff's really important, and I hope some people get some news of this. I hope the devs can somehow get some wind of this. I tried talking to them about it myself, but there's only so much I can do. So, I don't know. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching. If you guys have any comments on this, if there's anything that you guys want to talk about, feel free to let me know in the comments. If you guys think there's other issues that are causing this, please let me know. I am open to hearing them. If you guys agree or disagree with me, feel free to let me know as well. I'm down to discuss as long as you keep it civil. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember to like the video if you want. Liking it gets it out to more people, which is always a good thing. And, yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'm out of here. See you later. See ya. I'm out of here. See ya. Take care. See ya. I'm out of here. See ya. I'll see you later. See ya.